What's up, everyone? It is, what is it, Friday night? No, Saturday night? Saturday night. 11:23 Eastern time here. That's my sunlight right there. It's my sun. It's in the background. Actually, that bugs me. We go like this. There we go. That's better. I'll sit like this. Good to see everyone. Deb, what's happening? People were remarking on my Les Pauls there in the background of a video recently. I've always had these guitars, but I used to keep half of my guitars in the control room. But I moved everything out here because I don't go in the control room that often. Actually, that's not true. I hang out in the control room. Let's see here. Brandon, you got your Instagram running? Is it just under your name? I need to check it out, man. You gotta come by this week. So I've been working on my Senate testimony opening statement all day today. I need to get somebody to proofread it for me. Not proofread it, but just read it. It's really tiring, this stuff, doing that. Camilo, what's up? So it's Tuesday morning at 10 o'clock. I mean, I don't know how many senators actually show up to these hearings. No, I know there will be a couple. The chair, Tom Tillis, and the ranking member, Chris Coons, will be there, but I think a lot of the other senators are there on Skype or whatever. So yeah, it's really it's really oh boy, it's tiring to do that. I had to finally just say I'm calling it a night. So you write it, then you speak it, and when I speak it, it sounds very different. It's so then I have to keep changing it to think of, well, how would I actually say this? Because it needs to sound conversational. So I'm putting in I have some suggestions for what they should do about fair use for YouTube. Actual concrete suggestions. I also put in there, Don Henley talks about his 60 people that are going to go out there and troll for content ID claims, manual ones, but the senators don't know how much YouTubers make. And I think that they'll be surprised that a YouTube video makes $1,250 to $1,800 per million views. Okay. So, and Frank just said they need to penalize abuses. Yes. If the labels, I mean, the only people that get penalized are the content creators, right? With the 3 strikes and you're out. I mean, you guys actually know how this works, so I'll explain it for those of you that don't know how this works. So when you make a video and you use something that's recognized by the content ID algorithm, you get a content ID claimed that says your video is demonetized or ineligible for monetization, or it's blocked. It's not usually blocked. Blocks are actually very rare. But when you get the demonetization notice, you can dispute it. When you dispute it, the label has 30 days to respond. Now, if they don't, they can either refuse it and decline, say no, you're wrong. They can not respond. If they don't respond in 30 days, then you actually get the monetization back, and they can't touch your video again. They I mean, those are really the two main things that, because it's usually you either hear back from them really quickly or not at all, depending on who it is. If it's a big band, a lot of times they don't. I don't do this because I don't ever fight the claims, but if you lose the dispute and then you appeal it and they rule against you in the appeal, then you get a copyright strike. Now, copyright strikes last for 90 days. If you get one strike, you can't post for a week or so. If you get two strikes, I think you can't live stream and you can't do your own custom thumbnails. And then if you get three strikes, you have a 7-day waiting period, and then they take your channel down, all your content. So they can abuse this system as much as they want, but they don't really get penalized for it. The YouTubers are the ones that stand to lose everything if they dare to appeal these content and ID claims. Now, if you claim fair use, those things never work, really. Am I able to say my recommendations for change or fair use here? I don't want to say them here. I have a few ideas. I'm kind of still I'm still thinking about them. 8-Minute X says the penalties are intentionally punitive. They are, because they want to keep YouTubers from disputing everything, right? So, you work all this time, you make your living from a combination of, most YouTubers, combination of your views, ad revenue, right? Your if you have a store or you sell courses. I mean, I don't sell courses. I have my book. Oh no, I do. I have my ear training course. I have my ear training course, and I have my book. Now, a lot of YouTubers have tons of things behind a paywall and all this stuff, and I just don't. I mean, I give away stuff for free on my channel. So, the way that they abuse the system is just outrageous. But one of the things that what I do say in there is I tell the story of the Mixolydian mode where I was demonetized, or they said that they detected copyright information or copyrighted material in my video when I played the melody to She Said, She Said. And it's not just that. They know that I've said She Said, She Said in the video because everything is transcribed by the automatic transcription bot that's in program that's in Google. That's pretty accurate. That's not the closed caption. This is pretty accurate, the transcription software that they have in there. So they can check against that, and they can see if you've mentioned any artists. They have a database. If I mention the Beatles or mention a Beatles song, all the songs are in there, obviously, and then okay, this channel mentioned it, this channel mentioned it, and they get a readout every day of things like that. So they go in, they do that. Well, then I made a video about the scam, the major label scam to defraud YouTubers or whatever I called the video. I put that video out a couple days after I got that notice, and that video got 660,000 views. And they thanks Big Cole, and they took away the claim. I didn't dispute it; they just took it away. I just got an email. Now, why would they take it away? Well, they took it away because somebody that watches my channel that's associated with Sony ATV called up whoever it is in the copyright claim department and said, "Hey, remove this claim against here. This is bad press." You know, I mean that's what it is, right? Somebody manually claimed it because it said it's manually claimed, and then they took away the claim. But if you're a small YouTube channel that can't make a video and get 660,000 views on it by being outraged, what's your recourse? You have no recourse. Anyways, 8-minute acts. Wait, you have a running feud with Don Henley, and you're there you go. That's good news that it's bad press. I mean, the bad press is what got them to drop the claim. I mean, how else would they know to drop the claim? Why would they say, "Oh, we're, you know," on second thought, we're not claiming that there's content ID in there. It's ridiculous, right? I thought about didn't I clam up on a video by someone for some weird reason? I don't remember that. No. It's interesting because I don't think that there's a clear partisan divide on this between YouTube and the major labels. I think that senators that are from states that have, you know, the music industry is big in, that has a big lobby, whether it's Tennessee or California or New York, they may you know, lean towards that. But then if you're a senator from California and you have Google out there and Facebook and all these tech companies, like what side are you on? The copyright law, I mean, copyright law has not been really, nothing's happened with it since 1998. That's why they're having these hearings. So, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing. But Don Henley is put out there probably because he wants to be and he doesn't care what people think of him. So I give it to him for that, definitely. I respect Don. I love his songs. He's an incredibly good, you know, brilliant songwriter. So, you know, more power to him. He doesn't mind getting trashed by people. Oh, boy. Let me think. What else? Okay, so I've thought about some things. I want to get your opinions on here. My dear friend Peter Smart, who is probably sleeping right now because in England it is 4 a.m, but Peter will watch this tomorrow. Thank you, NorCal Dennis. Peter suggested to me a couple weeks ago, we were video chatting, and he said something about, what are you going to do with your second channel? Why don't you put more complex content and content that you wouldn't put on your main channel on this channel, and make this channel literally a second channel with, you know, he said, do some videos, do a video on West Montgomery, do a video on, you know, do the jazz videos that you wouldn't do over there, do interviews, things like that you wouldn't necessarily do over there. So I thought that's kind of an interesting idea. This particular channel, though, I mean, how many videos do I have on here? I've been coming on here for what, 3 years? I don't even know how many videos there are in this channel, but there's a lot. I'd have to look. I could tell you actually how many videos. Done a lot of live streams on here. Tell you that. Let's see. How do I even get to that? Boom. Here we go. 32,800 subscribers. Deb, you still want the fireside chats? Well, I still would do the fireside chats. Let me see here. Videos? Let's see how many there are. I never look on this. How do I even find out how many there are? All videos. There's a lot. There's I'll tell you when it goes back to. I can see now. Wait, there's 260 8-minute acts. Is that right? Nah. There's a lot of hidden videos. Video IQ says 260. I have a lot of hidden videos. I have a lot of blocked videos on here. Many. Think about all the times I've played stuff on here. Wow. I mean, I'm going through. I keep scrolling here, and they just are. There's a lot of them, man. Okay, the first video I put up here was story time with Layla. Layla's plea for a gift card. Okay, that's another one. Layla playing Roblox. Okay, these are all hidden ones. And Layla Home Alone, her movie that she made. Let me see. The first music video I had on here was August 6, 2015. Okay? That's the first time I posted on this channel. What's up, Thomas? That's a long time ago, right? I've had this channel since August of 2015. I started my channel in June of 2015. No. Wait a second. No. I started this channel before I started my main channel. My main channel, my first video was June 8th, 2016. But the channel's been around since 2007 because I posted all baby videos there of Dylan and Lennon. So both of these channels were started before I posted my first video. So yes, I've had the second channel a long time. Okay, but here's when I started doing. Okay. I did my first live stream on here was the November 10th, 2017. And I had 733 views. Not bad. Let's see here. Oh, I played music. I used to play music at the beginning, but that's my video there. Out there. Never tried this on this channel. See that? Wow. I don't know if anybody's gonna join. Huh. I thought. 33 minutes. Okay, so there we go. I'm like right in the same spot, just about. Hold on. Oh, Rick, you have a false date on here. It's the 13th of November. Okay, but there I am. Basically, same spot. It's November, so I have my hoodie on. There you go. Let's see here. You want to see Layla ranting for a gift card? I remember this video. Let's see here.
My dad's going to get me a $25 gift card.
What kind of gift card do you want, baby?
$25.
No, but what kind? From where?
From the Apple store.
Why do you have a star on your face? Can you take that off for a minute? What are you gonna do with the $25 gift from the Apple store?
I'm going to buy a hospital. It's in the gymnastics game.
You're gonna buy a gymnastics game, or
I already have it, but I'm going to buy somewhere that girl is gonna go.
Okay.
She's going to go to the hospital.
Okay, and you need what? Did she get injured or something?
Yeah, she breaks a bone, but she can still walk and stuff. And do this.
Does she fall off one of the gymnastics equipment?
No, she does this when she's ready to do her performance.
Okay. And why do you need $25 gift card? Is that how much this stuff costs? It's a lot of money, Layla.
Yeah, but Landon said it was only $5, and I need it.
It was only $5. Well, you told me you needed $25.
I just need it for extra in case.
Extra in case? You mean in case you want to buy other games, right?
Yeah, I need it for extra in case.
This is great. Have you done your homework for today? Yeah?
Yeah, so now you're going to get me it.
Okay, we'll figure it out, okay?
No, please just give me it.
Okay, baby, I'll get you one. Okay, Layla's plea for a gift card. That was one of my first videos. How do you say no to that? What kind? iTunes gift card. Oh, I got to show her that. It's so cute, man. So 2015. So is that what it was? 2015. That was 5 years ago. She's 7. Wait, she's 2? No. Wait a second. That was on I don't no, she's got to be older than 2 there. She's probably 5. 4, well, it's probably 4. Anyways, $25 gift card, pretty hilarious, right? She's focused on the cash, half-hearted in the retail. Exactly. Everybody can relate to this. All the dads on here can relate. She's not taking violin, Deb. We can't have the teacher come over. So, interesting thing, though. So, Dylan has been learning guitar for the past week. And that's really interesting. He's learning left-handed. He tuned his guitar up. It's weird because turning tuning pegs is, I think he was getting frustrated because it's hard to, you have to move them very, you kind of have to mess around with them a little bit. So I ended up taking the guitar and I said, let me tune it for you, Dylan, because I was just taking too long, because you go under it, you go over it, he's like, So I tuned it for him. Then I started showing him basic chords. Nice thing is, when he plays the chords right, I mean, he knows, he can hear all the notes in the chords. At first he said, well, just show me where the notes are, then I can figure out stuff. And I said, well, just play the notes and you'll know what they are. Oh, yeah. So, anyways, but it's interesting teaching him, because, with my first teacher was left-handed, so I was Glenn. So the guitar necks are next to each other when you play, and the same thing with Dylan. So So it makes it easy, actually, because he just looks at my hand. It's like looking in a mirror. He knows what it's supposed to sound like, iGoob. That's right. He does. Somebody asked me about Peter Green. Love Peter Green. As a matter of fact, I was watching a video on Peter Green's. I went down a whole Peter Green YouTube thing a little while ago, and he was. I mean, I think Peter was 73, but he. It was interesting because he's one of the few people that played the orange Mad amps. You guys know I love the orange. I love the orange amps, and he played that for a little while. He played a dual Showman. He played he played a Fender Vibrolux. He played a lot of different. He played a lot of different amplifiers and stuff, but you know, it's hard to do these tributes to people when it's one thing to do tributes, like when I did tributes to Chris Cornell and people that died, while I was making a video during the day, or they're now older artists where they where you don't know if you can play the music or not. It's hard to make videos of that. Yeah, but he had schizophrenia. I mean, it's really it's a very interesting story. It reminds you of Sid Barrett's story. Yes, exactly. Let's see here. Let's see. Hardest part of finding lefty models from certain brands. Yes, that's true. Problems with lefty playing lefty is you can never play anyone else's guitar. Left brain is wired differently in a good way. That's true, Martin. I agree with that. The video of you two playing Seasons. Oh, me and Jason. Yeah. That was bad. Chris Cornell. Man, you guys know I love grunge. So, trying to think what else is new. What do you guys think of the idea of making this channel for a more kind of revamping it and putting up different content here, as if I have time to make other content? I have videos that I've never put up that I don't think would work on the main channel that I would put over here. So that's one of the things that that I've thought about. I'd have to go through and clean up the channel though, and hide all the videos and come up with a new banner. But I need more fringe. Aaron, yeah, I need a third secret channel. Yeah, I mean, the people on here on this channel would get it. It wouldn't be like the other channel. It would be more. I would come up here doing live streams still. But I would actually put tags on videos. I would put descriptions. The reason this channel doesn't get any, that it's not pushed at all, why not a third channel, Deb asks. Well, because there's a few reasons. Number one, just to get the channel monetized, or, where you can put up your own custom thumbnails, you got to get subscribers 4,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours. There's all these things that you need to do to get the channel going. You have to start from scratch. Then I have to announce it on the other thing. See, here I wouldn't announce it from the other channel necessarily, but I would actually put up content here and put tags on it. One of the reasons why this doesn't get any subscribers is because I don't put any information on the videos. Plus, I do live streams on here. Live streams only get pushed for 3 days, and if you don't put any tags or descriptions in them, then what's up, Dean? Rhett, wow. Here the thing is, I already have people that are engaged here, which is great, and the kind of content that I would put here is the kind of content that you guys would be interested in, I think. Like, for example, my interview with Daryl Jones, who played with Miles and played with Sting and plays with the Rolling Stones. I've never put that up because I didn't feel like it fit on the first channel, but it's so interesting. You guys would really like it. He tells great Miles stories, all these kind of things. I could get this channel from 32,000 up to 100,000 and get my next YouTube award because they changed the award. They don't have just the little tiny plaque like that. I'm just kidding. Do jam sessions, whatever. It's like make it a more like a real second channel. And not that this isn't a real second channel, but I have content that I would put on this channel. You guys wouldn't notice any difference except for the fact that I'd have a new picture. I would take down all the old live streams. Nobody watches the old live streams anyway, so it doesn't even matter. And I would do more interviews with people. Put them up over here. So that's it. Maybe have more have playing over here, things like that. Could be jam sessions, whatever. An inner circle channel, Martin. That's right. Martin he's got this. First rule of late night live is there's no late night live. No, this is late night live. Late night live is my live streams on here. The Iden nights. Man. So Iden has a there's a piece that Iden conducted and performed that's that his son Icon sent me a video of. It's from January, and it's a crazy ensemble piece where Iden is conducting some of it and playing the piano. It's probably a 12-person group, and this the flute player or clarinetist, I think it was, is conducting some of it. It's like there's two conductors. It's really fascinating, really fascinating. And some of it is. A lot of it's improvised on Iden's part. The parts are written out for the other people, but Iden's improvising for sure. Not all of it. Anyway, so Rhett, are you still on here? Calling Rhett Shull. Rhett, are you on here? You guys know I talk to Rhett every day pretty much. Rhett, you here? Wonder if Rhett just turned it on and then it was like, okay, I'm gone. Okay, he's here. So Rhett and I are always talking about what kind of videos to make. I talk with Keith about that as well. Keith from 5 Watt World. But it's interesting because Rhett and I have been doing this for, I mean, Rhett, your channel's been going on 3 years, right? Mine's 4 years, something like that. I mean, did you have a channel when I started? I don't think so. What's up, Tom? And, Rhett and I are always talking about what kind of videos to do. We bounce ideas off each other. I bust Rhett's chops all the time. And I am 2.5 years, and I am fascinated by other people's YouTube channels. Now, you guys probably are not surprised by that, but I go and I'm always looking at other people's YouTube channels, what kind of videos they're making, how they perform. Is the algorithm pushing certain channels, not pushing certain channels? Because it throttles back different content creators at different times. We all have low points in our channels. We all have high points in our channels, I always say to people, you're always one video away from having a big, big hit video, right? 8 minutes, is that the competitor in you? It's more of the scientist in me, because I'm fascinated by how algorithms work and what people's viewing behaviors are. It doesn't necessarily have anything to do with the kind of videos I make. It's more of I'm curious to see what kind of videos other people make, and trying to put them into categories, the types of videos, because I think that every YouTuber has this type of video, that type of video that they make that is that performs well, right? If you were to say, okay, what videos perform well on my channel? My top 20 videos do, the what makes a song great videos. But the ones that do really well are the stories. And this channel, my content is completely different. When I was on, wait, let me back up here, because I'm on a tangent here. So I tend to look at videos when I look at other people's channels, and I will look at groups of videos, and see what types of videos work well for them and what don't. Sometimes particular videos for certain YouTube channels work well sometimes, but then don't other times. And I think that that's a function of the algorithm. The algorithm right now is doing well. I seem to be more about honoring, memorializing, educating rather than self-promotion. I like that. I make certain videos that I absolutely know no one will be interested in, or not many people. Jimmy Cobb video, tribute to Jimmy Cobb video. I knew that wasn't going to do well. Sometimes I make videos that I think are going to do well, and then I'm disappointed. My drum recording video that I did with Jack didn't even hit 100,000 views. That's terrible. So I'm always wondering about that. I called my brother John. He said, yeah, I watched the video. And he goes, you know why that didn't do well? I said, why? He goes, who records drums? First of all, who's got the space to record drums? Who has the mic pre's and microphones to record drums? And everybody programs drums. Right? So I said, yeah. I said, but why is it that my John Bonham drum videos do well? He said, because it's John Bonham. John, you definitely would tune into a Jimmy Cobb tribute. I did a Jimmy Cobb tribute. Did you see it? Only record engineers, Angry Shoebox says. But I think it's really I think that I think it has to do with the algorithm though. My video, so if I look at my last few videos, right? Oh, and I got to go back to my channel here. These are the things that I'm constantly thinking about. And I'm absolutely, Rhett knows that I'm obsessed with this stuff. I'm fascinated by it. I'm fascinated by the behavior of people that view YouTube. I didn't really watch YouTube videos. I watched a couple channels until Rhett told me about YouTube, and he gave me a list of um, channels to check out. Rhett came over on June 2nd, 2016, and made my channel trailer. We sat in this control room. We came out here. We did stuff. He shot all the pieces. We shot the tape machine because we were using it then. All the little things that were in it. I put a clip of me and Iden from here that was from 2015 talking. And Rhett edited the video. We put it up. Well, I didn't make my first video until 6 days later, until the 8th of June. In those 6 days, though, I studied other YouTube channels that Rhett told me to. Okay? This is Rick the Learner. I looked at Casey Neistat. I looked at Vsauce. I looked at Smarter Every Day. I looked at, Veritasium. A bunch of channels that Rhett watches, right? I looked at Adam Neely's channel. I looked at trying to think of other YouTubers that I looked at. I looked at Marty's videos, Marty Schwartz. I looked at Brett Papa Stash, his videos. Tim Pierce. I knew Tim's videos. So I looked at those and I studied them. And I said, okay, this is interesting. And I thought, I already knew I was going to do videos that were of more complex content. But what I looked for was, okay, for example, Casey Neistat's channel was at its, hey Monty, was at its peak in 2016. He was on a run of making 500 and some odd. Is that right, Rhett? 500 plus videos in a row, one day after another. And it was all based on story, right? Telling stories. So it was very interesting to me because I couldn't fathom how people could make I couldn't fathom how to make a video with the production value that he had in one day. I didn't, because I didn't know anything about making videos. It was incredible to me with all the fast motion things, all the time lapse stuff that he did. And I was just like, man, when does he even get all this B-roll, all this stuff? It just blew me away that he could do that. Just video after video. Million views every day. Just unreal. Just crushing it, right? But I figured it out. And I think that I knew that one of my strengths was not only the variety of the content, well, it was also the storytelling aspect of it. So, I don't have the highest production value. I don't have any production value on my channel. Though a couple of times when I've tried to improve my my tech stuff, everybody complains about it. It's very funny. Anyway, so that's kind of what I did. But if I look at my last few videos here, Um, I had the Phrygian Major video, which did pretty well, 111,000 views. That's not that great for one of my scale videos, but it's like scale videos. Lydian did the most because people like Lydian the most. Aeolian did the second most. But then I did top 20 debut rock records with the block, 313,000 views. Then I confronted the people that blocked my video. That's about 600,000. Then I made my tribute video to Johnny, which is about 400,000. And then my David Gilmour video from yesterday, my live stream, almost 200,000 views. It's a lot of views for a live stream in one day. So the live stream yesterday wouldn't have done so well if it wasn't for the fact that the videos before that did well, because they don't like to push live streams. And these are just things that you learn about this platform. People do like the confrontational Rick, Tom says. Yes, I agree with that. What is it? Outrage sells, right? Yes, Phrygian dominant, Phrygian major, same thing. So, let me see if you guys can hear stuff if I play stuff on here. By the way, those of you that saw my video on Johnny, Monty, you met Johnny in Colombia? Wow, awesome. The Crowfield record and the Streetside Symphony record from our record label, Johnny and I's record label, is now on Spotify, and I believe it's on Apple Music. I'm going to look it up right now here. I think I go to where do I go? Where's Apple Music here? Let's see here. Crowfield. Let's see if it's up here. Wait a minute. Where is this for you? Apple Music. Okay, let me search Crowfield here. Okay, so some of these songs are on here. It looks like Streetside Symphony is on here. Let's see here. I'm going to play some of this. This is the Streetside Symphony. This is that song Sundowner I played in the video, but I didn't play the whole song. But come out when the sun goes down, living fast in the sad song town. Can you guys hear this? You kissed the bottle, you're in trouble now. Join the crowd. It's all around, it's all around. You're hearing it through the speakers. The things you do will drag you down. Temptation, take your soul from you. In a crowded room, you're all I see. Temptation, give me what I need. When the sun goes down, another drink, the forbidden now, seems to be all you think about. Look around, you're the sinner now. Don't you hear the sound? It's all around, it's all around. The things you do will drag you down. Temptation, take your soul from me. In a crowded room, you're all I see. Temptation. So I remember that when we recorded that, I did the drums with this really cheap drum set that I had. It was this, and I thought it sounded great. I just did it with 2 mics. One mic about 8 feet from the drums, and then one mic down the hall. And the shells were some mahogany just junk. No head on the kick drum. It was so this is from 2007. No head on the front kick. I'm trying to think what kind of kit it was. It was like a lower line DW. 2 mics. That was it. But man, I set the drums up in the corner of what was my lounge at the time. It's now the new drum room. And I had a drop ceiling in there. And the drums in the corner, if you put drums in a corner of a room, if you put anything in the corner of the room and you face it out of the corner of the room, it has a massive bass boost to it. And I realized when the drummer was playing that it was huge down the hall from it. So I just put a second mic there. And when I'm listening to this now, I hear that it sounds like the mix is distorted here. That something happened in the digital transfer, because it's definitely too hot. No question about that. I hear some distortion on it. But I think that may be when I ripped it or something to put it on to it might have been digital transfer. So I may have to repost it on I gotta listen to the whole record. I'm gonna have to repost it on Spotify. Anyway, so but the Crowfield record sounds fine. That one is also up there now. Let's see here. I'll play the song that I played my solo on, which is Cardinal Motion. Here it is. This is the one with my guitar solo from the video.
When I return, wanna feel like a man. Still I'll wait till the morning comes, my heart in my hands. The warmth of the sun touching our skin.
This is Les on organ.
And when morning comes, I wanna stand up and smile. Say hello to the good day without making plans. For saying goodbye to all of my friends. There's no way to know who's next in line, brother. Don't waste your time. And so far I've found, when God shakes the ground, brother, we all fall down softly singing to
I love this chorus coming up here.
Yes, all our goodbyes, all movements of water, are from the Cardinal Motion. So kiss me and know that it's all from our tears when we'll meet in the ocean.
They're amazing lyrics. That's a pump organ there too.
When I return, wanna feel like a man.
No auto-tune.
Till the morning comes,
All live.
a heart in my hands. the warmth of the sun touching our skin.
Listen to those dynamics.
There's no way to know.
Love the kick and snare in this.
Brother, please don't waste your time. In so far I found, when God shakes the ground, brother, we are fall down softly singing to ourselves. Yes, all our goodbyes, all movements of water from the Cardinal Motion. So kiss me in love that the salt from our tears when we'll meet in the ocean. Yeah, I will be there.
I love the ending here. That's Crowfield. That's Cardinal Motion. There's pedal steel on that. There's pump organ. There's B3 drums, upright bass, acoustic guitar. I played the guitar solo. Piano. We had everybody in this room. It was Les played guitar, and my friend Dave Rolfe played guitar. Dave played in Patty Griffin's band and Rufus Wainwright's band. He played rhythm on things. Some of the songs Dave Honorato played guitar on. The drummer, Rin Vincent, is amazing. He was the first drummer with Zach Brown's band. He's a killer drummer. And it was a upright player, Johnny Gray from Jump Little Children, played bass on it. So it was all pro players, right? And Tyler was in the ISO booth doing the vocals. And then we put on like the pedal steel after. We overdubbed the organ, the B3 after, because it's too loud to do. We actually went to a different studio to do the B3 parts. But the Les's B3 stuff on this record is amazing. Here's another song. I'm playing a couple more songs. There's I love this song too.
Your eyes, they move, are so contagious. You open up.
This is called What Makes You Think You're Sad.
It all changes in time.
SM7.
It's a beautiful place when you open up. Remember that we're all going together. We're going down together. Well, for you, the sky is never blue. You're often on, but I'm on to you. Somebody's shoulder has just gotten colder. And we're scared as hell, but it's just a kiss. Come on and see how good it is. You're holding back what makes makes you think you're sad?
Or mandolin.
Instead, you say the stars are trying, but they're burning out, it's apropos above the skyline.
Oh, great.
Beat pounds and pummels the silence, and you're lighting up, the world explodes, we're on fire. Burn the city, we'll burn it down. Are you with me? The sky is never blue. You're off and on, but I'm on to you. Somebody's shoulder just got too colder. And we're scared as hell, but it's just a kiss. Come on, let's see how good it is. You're holding back. What makes you think you're sad? Pretty little brides all stand in line. Someone throws the rice in, we all pay a pretty penny price when we give up on calling what is love. It just takes time, but no one wants to be the last in line, so I blame it all on timing. I give up, I never want to be the one who waits on another silver lining down. Together going down, all together. For you, the sky is never blue. You're off and on, but I'm on to you. Somebody's shoulder has just gotten colder. You were scared as hell, but it's just a kiss. Come on, let's see how good it is. You're holding back. What makes you? And for you, the sky is never blue. You're off and on, but I'm on to you. Somebody's shoulder has just gotten colder. You were scared as hell, but it's just a kiss. Come on, let's see how good it is. You're holding back. What makes you think you're sad?
So, people that say that this sounds like Train or something like that doesn't sound anything like Train. Sorry, Tom. Even though the Drops of Jupiter is incredibly well recorded, there's nothing about this that sounds like Train. His voice doesn't sound like him. He's a bass versus a tenor. Musically, they don't have any chord progressions like that. There's nothing about Crowfield that other than they play guitar and anyways. I'm going to play another song. This is called Jesus in My Pocket. He drops the F-bomb in a song about Jesus. There's no auto-tune on this, no.
An angel right behind, driving 90 out of Memphis, chasing his lifeline, and there's an angel in my footsteps, footfall in the air. I couldn't fuck up if I tried with all these people who care. So pain don't break me down these days. I got Jesus in my pocket, blue eyes in a better way. It's reminded, faith is a powerful thing. I got Jesus in my pocket. When it's more than I can take, maybe I can take it. can lose is a minute of your time. So breathe deep, run fast and grow your hair. Find out place in the sun and some love that you can share. 'Cause the rain don't bring me down these days. I got Jesus in my pocket, blue eyes in a better way. Yeah, remind me, faith is a powerful thing. I got Jesus in my pocket. When it's more than I can take, baby, I can make it. On that corner, shooting BBs at the birds. That little girl asks Mama if kissing is a dirty word, and she'll say, oh no, no, just don't tell your father. Love is a beautiful thing. We need it like water. We need it like water. Don't break me down these days. I got Jesus in my pocket, blue eyes in a better way. Yeah, remind me, faith is a powerful thing. Gives you more reasons to live than die in the day. Than die in the day. Oh.
Well, Sylvia, you didn't like that music. The first band hammer in a long time. God, this year for sure. Sylvia was whining about something. My God, give me a break. How do you not like Jesus in my pocket? You know, the whole time I was hearing that, I just remember Johnny in the control room. While all the guys were playing out there. He was standing right in that window, looking in here. I was standing in the other window. And he was so psyched. It was I really had I had some video from that from the tracking when we tracked it that day. I think we tracked it over 2 days. And I have the video somewhere, and I had my video camera in the control room, and I remember panning over to Tyler in the ISO booth while he's singing, and these songs are being recorded then, going down, and I panned over to Johnny, and I could not find the video. And I looked for hours and hours on about 30 hard drives the other night, and I really wanted to find it. When they did Johnny's obituary in the Charleston paper, the only good photo that they had was the photo of Johnny and I here. I think my wife took it. Or somebody for some magazine took it, did an article on something. But I cannot find it. And some of these drives that as I was going through some of the old hard drives, I was noticing that some of them don't come up anymore. So they're, some of the stuff's just lost. But that record was John. Thank you very much. World may not know a better music teacher as a singer-songwriter enjoying the Beato book, ear training, YouTube videos. Not sure if YouTube deserves you. That's how I found you. Thank you for all you do. Wow. Thank you, John, so much. Really nice. Wow, that's an amazing super chat. So wow, that's incredible. But I'm gonna have Ken come in and spend Ken, my engineer. You guys know Ken from my videos. Come in and search through all the videos to find that because that's the only video I have of Johnny. That's it. The morning I talked with him, the thing I didn't say in the video is when I talked to him in the morning, I was coming back from the gym. I went to work out at the gym down in about 20 minutes from my house, and he called me and I was like, Johnny, yeah, hey man, what's up? And then we were talking about different bands, and I mean, it was really a 15-minute conversation about nothing. I mean, when I was going to post the video, I I messaged his brother Jason, who I hadn't talked to in a few years, and told him I was making the video. And it was really nice to hear from him. And I got all these texts from all the guys in Crowfield, and because they put a band together after, and they had a great band. I mean, they were amazing band. So after the first record, Tyler put together a band. He and Joe put together a band in Charleston, and they became a huge band. Oh my God, they could draw 1,000 people, and they were amazing live. And Johnny, the bass player from the record, he was the only guy from the record that played in the actual band. Well, Johnny and Tyler and Joe Giant. But anyways, that was they were great to see. Anyways, it's those are my, I had two friends that died. Mike Lee, or Michael Johns, who was on American Idol. I've talked about him before. And he died in 2014. And I made a record. No, not Johnny from Jump Little Children. Johnny Diamond, who managed Crowfield. Yeah, my friend Mike Lee, or Michael Johns, who was on American Idol, who I did a record with back in 2000, passed away in 2014. Died of a blood clot to the lungs. He had a blood clot behind his knee, in his ankle, that went to his lungs. And 35 years old. Great, incredible singer. And I spoke at his funeral. That was tough too. Really close friend, Mike was. Mike and Johnny both. So within 3 years of each other. Um, anyway, so pulmonary embolism, blood clot moved. Exactly. I had talked to him. He twisted his ankle playing tennis. He was came to the United States. He's Australian. Came to the United States on a tennis scholarship when he was 19. He quit school, moved to Atlanta, slept in his car, and was a bar back at a bar in Buckhead here. Um, and he ended up getting signed to a record deal um, with Maverick Records, and we did a record in 2000. So he twisted his ankle, and he said, he goes, man, I really hurt my ankle, and he ended up going to the hospital, and it just was aching, and he came back from the hospital, and he laid down on the couch and then never woke up. So, man. Deb, you lost 4 friends and 2 cousins in the past 4 months. I feel beaten up. Yeah. It's I'm sorry to hear that, Deb. I hope it wasn't COVID. Um, I do know Ed Roland. Yes, Ed's a great guy, super guy. I haven't talked to him in a long time, but he's absolutely a fantastic guy. Um, all COVID. I'm so sorry, Deb. Wow. Um, you know, when I was a kid, when I was 7 years old, my mom's brother died at 37, pancreatic cancer. Um, the next year, my dad's brother died, kidney failure. He was 48. He was my godfather, Michael Jim, 1970. I was 8. In 1971, year after, my dad's sister died of a cerebral hemorrhage while driving. She was 41. Um, in 75, my grandma Beato died when I was 13. The night she died, I was riding by her house. She was 2 blocks away. I was on my bike, and my grandma was in the window of her house, and I saw her through the window. She was watching TV, and I thought, I'll stop. I'll stop tomorrow and see grandma. And there was no tomorrow. But she played poker all night with her friends, and they were smoking and drinking. Stayed up till 6 in the morning like she did every Saturday night or Friday night, and she went to bed at 6 and never woke up. Um, then the year after that, 2 years after that, my grandfather, my mom's dad, died of cancer, lung cancer. So that was all in the course of 9 years um, when I was a teenager. When I was from the time I was a little kid to a teenager. Um, and that's Rick. I'm so sorry. You know, when you're growing up like that, you don't realize these things that people didn't die. You know, people of 37 dying of cancer with 3 little kids. You don't know any different. Um, and um, Anyway, so Tom, let's see, you're been close to 2 years ago, Sunday, after we discussed how we'd spend our 21st birthdays. Oh man. Um, yes, it's I lost my dad in 2004 while I was making the Jump Little Children record, or right after I finished the Jump Little Children record. That was I found out he had cancer. Sister called me. I remember I was mixing a song called let me see here. I'll tell you what it was called. Good Night, I think it was called. Jump Little Apple Music. Jump Little Children. Midnight, it was called. And the amazing thing about this song was that the drummer and mandolin player in the band lost their dad the year before to cancer, and they wrote the song for him. But the Jump record was one of my favorites ever. Some of the drum sounds and things on the record. I think this song, I love the drums on here. I love this whole record.
Too young to learn it, too young to earn it, too innocent, too pure, and too kind, too fair to show it, too fair to know it, too dependent, too close, and too blind. Would she fall out of favor? Would the stars not save her? Would she walk on the razor's edge? Only lost when she burns out of bridge. Would she take what I gave her on her way to young America?
I love that. This is the song Midnight.
Always midnight. Hair is always dark. Hair is always a shadow cast by these fluorescent lights. In here, forever is a dying myth. whispered pain. In here,
Accordion.
I hear your fragile voice. In here, I hear your laughter flowing down like paper rain. Midnight, never dark enough to hide us from tomorrow. Never dark enough to keep us in the shadow. In
Ooh, I like that. This next song has a great string part that Jay wrote for it, the singer. Strings, accordion, yeah, all of it.
Daylight burned a hole in all your fancy clothes. Daylight turned the wind to blow the way it blows. Daylight is taking you on in a game of cat and mouse. Daylight is making.
Okay, so this is Jump Little Children. Yeah, Ward was the cellist in the band, but they had a string quartet that played on, string quartet that played on it. But there's the opening track. The drummer had a side snare that was a Brady block snare that was amazing.
Something caught the light out on the street and across your face. A man in a car pulls out on the freeway. Yeah. Somewhere between the dead and the world I'd rather be. Now I know that everything's alright. It will stay between the glow and the light.
So that's Between the Dim and the Dark is that record, 2004. Another band that Johnny made me work with. Or they wanted to work with me, and Johnny said, "You have no choice but to work with them. You're doing this record." I said, "All right, all right, all right. I haven't even heard any of the songs yet. Doesn't matter. You're doing the record." I said, "Okay." And then I heard the demos that Jay made, the singer, and they were phenomenal. Jay's so good. Wow. I love that record. That was a killer record. Les Hall was on it. He played some piano on it. I played guitar. I played on every single record that I ever made, pretty much. I play something or multiple things. But yeah, Johnny told me I had to do that record. I said, okay, I'll do it. And Monty, that's right, Rockefeller's Elbow Room, 5 Points. I played the Elbow Room with my band Billionaire. My buddy Vance was friends with Johnny. He was the booking agent there, and I met Vance then. And then, but Vance was working with Jump and with Owen Beverly back then. So, anyways, that was all Johnny Diamond. All the stuff tonight that I played was all Johnny. The Elbow Room in Columbia, South Carolina. That's the Elbow Room I'm referring to. All right, so, man, that was a long live stream. One of my longest ever. That's right, Chris Potter's from Columbia. That's right. I remember talking to him backstage at the Zakir Hussain concert, and his parents were there. They came over from Columbia to Atlanta, and we talked about that. Jari, what's up? Good to see you. You been on here a while? Man. Okay, this has been great. We'll talk later. Thank you for hanging in there. We'll do some jazz next time. See ya.